Hello, I'm Kamaras, and today I will give you a small update on Ruby Tunnel Vision. I know it's been a while since an update, so I'd like to get you all up to speed to what is happening in the project. Number 1. State of the project. First of all, the project is still alive. I'm working on the game in my free time, so naturally, there might be big breaks between bursts of intense development. In the latter part of 2022, I held some playtest sessions, covering roughly 25% of the game's level track. A huge thank you to everyone who participated. Your incredible feedback has been instrumental in steering the course of the game, helping it to stand out. The playtest sessions also revealed to me that I needed to refine large portions of the already completed level track, as well as implement more ways to make the game truly something special and worth playing. For the past year, I've been intermittently working on implementing this game's computer feature, similar to one seen in my older versions, which you can check out in my previous video, linked in the description. Number 2. Computers in other games. Over the years, I've seen computers implemented in various ways in games, often coinciding with times when I was pondering how to implement them in earlier iterations of Ruby. For instance, Second Sight on the PS2 amazed me with its depth of systems, particularly how computers allowed you to interact with and alter the game world. During the Steam Awards of 2023, I discovered the game Shadows of Doubt, which caught my eye for its outstanding integration of computers in an incredibly complex procedurally generated game with first-person controls. Interestingly, I had been experimenting with a mouse pointer prototype just weeks before discovering this game. Another honorable mention is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, a fellow Source Engine game with a well-implemented computer system. The aforementioned games have inspired me and influenced my decisions regarding the computer systems in Ruby. Number 3. Computers in Ruby Tunnel Vision. In Ruby, computers will not only have a relationship with the world but also amongst themselves. Players will be able to manipulate doors, view cameras, and more. However, I want to take it a step further. I envision computers with real hardware and real implications. Number 4. Implementation. I must admit that while I have a background in programming, coding in C++ and the Source Engine presented a unique challenge for me. I'm using the Mapbase fork of Source 2013 by Blixibon, which has been excellent to use. The Entropy 02 source code, in particular, was an invaluable resource for understanding modern source development. I extend my deepest gratitude to the developers of both projects for sharing them with the community. I hope to return the favor by open sourcing Ruby's codebase upon completion of the game. In developing the computer system, I experimented with several approaches. One such attempt involved using an integrated web browser, simulating the computer's OS and UI through a local web server. However, this method complicated interactions via vScript and with the game world. I've since opted for an entity-driven approach, where each computer component has a physical counterpart in the game. It's important to note that, for the sake of gameplay, many aspects of real-world computers have been simplified, so expect some differences from how an actual computer works. For example, display adapters, networking, and memory are currently not being represented by the computer system. The current implementation categorizes computer components into two main categories: hardware and software. Let's begin by analyzing the hardware components. Computer unit. This forms the shell containing all hardware components. It houses the motherboard and all of its subcomponents. Motherboard. A central entity that can connect to a PSU, a CPU, and multiple hard disks. It runs a special BIOS vScript to detect connected hardware and boot any compatible OS. PSU, power supply unit, manages the computer's power state. CPU, central processing unit, determines the compatibility of OS and applications. HDD, hard disk drive, stores the OS and file system. In the future, this entity will be used to allow the user to carry flash drives with them that can store files copied from computers. Next, let's have a look at the software components. OS, operating system. Governed by an initialization vScript called by the BIOS, the OS can control all aspects of the computer once activated. File system. Varied based on the installed OS, this component encompasses all files, folders, and executables on the hard drive. File. Represents various types of data, including directories, text documents, images, executable vScripts, and more. All computers in the game can be defined using a single VDF file that outlines their exact structure. I'm excited for modders to have the opportunity to create their own BIOS, OS, and applications for the computer system. Computer hardware is attached in the game world in real time by using attachment points on the world models of each hardware component that can be connected to others. This design choice allows anyone with 3D modeling software and a text editor to create their own custom computers within their own mods. As of now, the computer system in Ruby Tunnel Vision is in its early stages of development. The parsing from VDF is complete and operational, allowing the BIOS to execute from the server side and launch a detected OS successfully. The next major step is developing the UI and interactions, which I believe are the core elements of this system. This phase is crucial as it will significantly shape how players engage with the computer system within the game. And that wraps up our deep dive into the world of computers in Ruby Tunnel Vision. I'd like to extend a heartfelt thank you to the Source community and the developers behind Mapbase and Entropy02 for paving the way for modern Source engine development with their open-sourced work. I'm curious to know what you think about computers in video games. Feel free to leave your feedback, thoughts, and questions in the comments below. If you found this video informative and are excited about Ruby Tunnel Vision, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more updates. Don't forget to wishlist the game on Steam to stay updated on its release. Your support means the world to me. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to sharing more updates with you on Ruby Tunnel Vision in the future. See you next time.